Hi, I'm Mikola, and last night was the second presidential debate. Want to know who won? Give you a clue. Fox News is blaming the moderator, so the winner might not have been Mitt Romney. Oh, the President Obama we missed in the first debate showed up last night, sharp, focused, unyielding, and he came without his ums. He was totally de-ummified. He had had a successful ummectomy. But guess which of the many Mitt Romneys showed up? Quite a few of them actually showed up. Charles P. Pierce discussed a few of them, specifically talking about a couple, Snippy and Dickhead. I'll link to his post, but I want to talk about this Mitt Romney, the king of unforced errors, who condemns himself out of his own mouth. The Romney who's incompetent on foreign policy because he lives in the neocon Fox News bubble. That Mitt Romney will lie is a given. That Mitt Romney will be called on his lies in a debate, that was new. That was news last night. Mitt called out by President Obama, and what's more, backed by the moderator, Candy Crowley. And the moment it happened, you could see the wind go out of him. He starts to stammer ineffectually. If you missed that moment, I'm going to link to a video in the description. It's worth watching. And I want to talk about it. Because to understand how this happened, you need to realize that Romney operates inside the neocon worldview, where a mythical President Obama sympathizes with terrorists. That Obama got bin Laden doesn't count. That Obama has decimated Al-Qaeda doesn't count. Even that Obama has been willing to accept a dismaying number of civilian, even child casualties in drone strikes against Al-Qaeda doesn't count. He is still not bloodthirsty and warmongery enough for the Romney crowd. All right, now let's be clear. The attack on the U.S. mission in Benghazi and the sometimes confusing, contradictory statements made in its aftermath was probably the Obama administration's greatest point of vulnerability in foreign policy and U.S. national security. And it was potentially one of Romney's best targets in the debate. But Romney just couldn't stay within the facts of the case because Romney operates in an alternative universe that's only known to the viewers of Fox News and the listeners to right-wing talk radio. So Romney set a trap for himself, and then he walked right into it. Romney said, the president's policies throughout the Middle East began with an apology tour and pursue a strategy of leading from behind, and this strategy is unraveling before our very eyes. The president tried to bring him back to reality. The day after the attack, Governor, I stood in the Rose Garden, he said, and I told the American people and the world, we're going to find out exactly what happened, that this was an act of terror, and I also said that we're going to hunt down those who committed this crime. Now at this point, I think Romney generally thought Obama was lying because it contradicted the Fox News mythology of what happened. Romney acted as though he had caught the president in a lie. So Romney starts playing prosecuting attorney. He's going to trap the witness. Now you've seen this done a million times on television, on court TV. Romney wants to get the president to dig in. So he goes, you said in the Rose Garden the day after the attack it was an act of terror. It was not a spontaneous demonstration. Is that what you're saying? And Obama knows exactly what Mitt is up to. So he invites Mitt to take it to the next step. Please proceed, Governor. Oh, that's cold. And so Romney repeats the line, still thinking he has Obama in a trap. But Obama, he just stays cool and says, get the transcript. And then the moderator weighs in. He did, in fact, sir. Obama accuses her. Can you say that a little louder, Candy? And Candy says it a little louder. He did call it an act of terror. And then Romney's like a movie bad guy who takes a couple of steps forward after he's been hit, and then suddenly the stagger grows out. And the face grows ashen, the eyes go dead, and and it's like all of Obama's missing ums just got downloaded into Romney's brain. By the way, in case you're wondering, I did get the transcript. This is what the president did. He never said anything about spontaneous demonstrations. The day after the attack, he said this, quote, no acts of terror will ever shake the resolve of this great nation, alter that character, or eclipse the light of the values that we stand for. Today we mourn 4 more Americas who represent the very best of the United States of America. We will not waver in our commitment to see that justice is done for this terrible act, and make no mistake, justice will be done. Now, was the whole administration totally consistent in taking this line? No, not at all. As I said, he's vulnerable here. UN Ambassador Susan Rice went on TV the next Sunday and gave a very muddled explanation. But Romney didn't stick to the facts because he was stuck in the fantasy, and it blew up in his face. Here's the reality. The attack happened on September the 11th. The president called the attacks acts of terror on the 12th and 13th of September, and Romney himself didn't identify them as acts of terror until the 20th of September, and that was through a spokesperson. Now, if you want to follow the details of who said what and when, I have 2 links for you in the description. And there's a lot more I could cover in this debate. I have binders full of topics, but not binders full of time. So I wanted to focus on this one incident in the debate because I think it's the defining moment, and it will be decisive in Romney's undoing. Until next time, I'm Mikola. What's this? Another end screen? You know, this could be habit forming. In case you missed any of my previous debate commentary, here's a link to a playlist and a placeholder for next week's third and final debate between President Obama and Governor Romney. Oh, and if you're tired of politics, my next video isn't political at all. Well, it's YouTube politics. It's all about the YouTube war on cute. So did you click yet? Because I won't be here forever. You know, I sort of just have to... All right, I'll wait. All right, I'm tired of waiting.